Shane, how you doing? Good. Good. I know how you doing. No, it's doing good. Not always. He's tired. Who's tired? You're tired? Oh, Shane's tired. I'll ask later. All right, it's simple.
Savior, we thank you today for the hope that we have in you. Thank you so much for your death, burial, and resurrection that gives us hope of death, burial, and resurrection to you one day whenever you return for us or we go to you. Lord, we pray today that you would help us again to make good choices to benefit our community, and that you would always help us to give you the glory and honor and the praise for all that you do. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Good morning, everyone. At this time, any person with business before the court not stated on the agenda may speak to the court. No formal action can be taken on these items at this meeting. Please speak for the minute if we no takers. Presentations and discussion of department head committee and board reports. The first one on here you'll see is a letter from Congressman Jody Arrington for the Scurry County Golf Course. Congratulations on hosting your inaugural first green event at the Scurry County Golf Course. This recognition is a testament to your hard work and sacrifices and reflects the values that make West Texas such a special place to live, work, and raise a family. Thank you for your contributions to the 19th Congressional District of Texas and for setting an example for all to follow. I don't know all the details, but they held the first of its kind event out there at the golf course. And it's just teaching kids about golf and how to play, I think, and some other things.
It was golf, and then there was the study of the soil and what all, like the STEM portion of what it takes to maintain and take care of a golf course.
Yeah, there are a lot of kids there, and they actually seem to be enjoying
Good.
placement of the cups in different areas,
Yeah.
showing them how to cut it out,
Okay.
and just a lot of things that they did. And they all ate pizza, so they were really happy about that.
That was
It was the pizza that they were.
Pizza makes everything great. But, you know, we got recognized by Congressman Reed, so that was pretty good.
Yes, you touched on that, our last court meeting, if I remember that.
Any thoughts or concerns on any of the other reports? Any comments from any department heads? What I noticed is that Jason, y'all just seem to be maintaining that high count.
Yeah, we're definitely maintaining it. And our volume went up too.
Constantly.
It's not going down.
No. Of course, consider approval of previous court minutes. And they were just posed at 2, 3, and 7.
what was that?
There's mine.
Okay.
Over as well. Couple of pages there on the 17th.
Anybody else? Okay.
We haven't got there
Well, no, on the court.
yet. Oh, no.
I'll make a motion to approve the previous court minutes with the corrections.
Second.
Alright. Court to consider approval of, court to discuss and consider increasing project schedule and staff.
I'll give you all a book for that. It's simply information, and I'm looking for opinions. Not necessarily today. But it is pricey.
Do you have a GP motor?
No.
You're not leasing it?
Yeah,
I know you-
I'm leasing it, but it doesn't have
it doesn't have the actual stands on it,
No.
but it does have, did it come with the
yeah, it's a capability.
capabilities of it? Can't imagine how that would be better. I mean, this would be better than using your mother grader for a road.
Well,
I've never seen these out on construction sites, is why I'm saying.
no, and like I said, it's information only, and we're fixing to widen the block line. And it, we're gonna widen it 4 foot. And I just, like I said, I'm looking for opinions. That's it.
But did you widen 4156?
Well, we did it, we milled
I
the
know
whole
you
thing.
milled it,
We milled it.
but it's wider than, isn't it wider than it used to be? And you did it with a milling machine and motor grader. So are you gonna mill?
Not the
Block line.
road, no.
Okay. So you're just gonna mill those areas that are needing to be rehabilitated.
We're gonna do 6 miles, which is actually 12 miles from here with this side of the road. And, like I said, that's the reason I brought it to you all, because and it may not be worth it.
Yeah,
How wide is it?
9 foot.
How wide is it?
17.
Like I said, the skid steer is not that bad. It's all about over mesh, but it,
Yeah, have you checked to see what it would cost to rig?
no, I haven't.
I know that going forward, it's getting more and more difficult to find people that actually can operate very well a motor grader and do the kind of design that we're talking about. They're all learning. I mean, Roy Deal, I guess, is probably the best there is. That's in the community right now. I would think that you would be able to get it done a lot quicker with your,
And like I said,
because if you got the GPS on there, it's kind of like a farm tractor. You just sit back and let it go.
you got to put your parameters in it.
You get your grade and everything.
You know, I can check to see what it costs. But
They're not cheap. I checked into them before and they're like 40, 50.
one of your manufacturers has it.
Doesn't have it has capability. We never did get the stands like you see here.
Right.
And of course, I think now they're not even that tall. I
Maybe.
think they're really short now compared to what they used to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like 40 or 50. I talked to them back whenever we weren't doing, whenever the Unitized System was building Maverick West, and they wanted $40,000 to $50,000 to equip ATV with those sensors.
That's what it is on the top Viper,
Yes.
38.5.
Mhm.
I can see the advantages in smaller areas like
Mhm.
the cart paths or, the smaller projects that aren't necessarily roads. Okay.
But it's just information, I'm just looking for opinions.
It is interesting.
So Sean and I went out and looked the other day out at the trails, and it's about 2.2 miles all the way around. In the time that we started with the grant process to now, it's grown up quite a bit. Especially at that west side, it just needs to be cut down, and of course, that's a low spot, so we need to figure out how we're gonna fix that area. There are some mesquites that need to be trimmed out, we need to be able to get the trucks around. We also looked at the current trail that's there and, filling those in, the low spots,
Mhm.
the one that's not really G, it's check, path. Looked at some ideas for that. There's one area we talked about putting a bridge in, so that because it's so wide right there to come through, it might be best to put a bridge. So we're looking at options on that. So wondering if we can get some additional help out there to do some of the work that needs to be done to get that ready. I think we have a year total and we've missed a quarter. So if we can get that, or some of that taken care of throughout the winter, then we can get a whole lot better. Also, already got the restroom ordered, got the storage tank or storage container ordered. It should be set by now, actually. I bring it in this morning. That was purchased locally. Looking at local to hook up the bathroom. Waiting on a price, or waiting on Texas Parks and Wildlife on the whether we get the addition. Still waiting on that, like we talked about last week. So that's kind of where we stand. See if we can get some additional help out there.
When is that grant up?
It's July, I believe. It's when we were awarded, June or July we were awarded, so.
Because the textile grant that we're gonna use to widen the block line, March of 25, is that correct?
Yeah, it's up in August of 25, but it has to be turned in by March of 25, is what they said.
This one is June of 24.
Yeah.
And I did verify that, but
On that one, if people go out, no matter if they're volunteers or workers, they need to make sure they're doing the same form. Time, equipment, person's name, and how long they're out there, the equipment, if they're operating any type of equipment, all of those type of things. And then at the bottom, any vendors, anything like that, restroom or anything, we need to have that documentation for everything, just to be able to submit.
Okay.
I already gave you the
yes, ma'am.
The hard
look
copy
for those
of that.
online. Yes, ma'am. I'll look for, you emailed it to
I
me.
think I
also.
did. I know I have it in a folder in my computer if I didn't, but I did create one that says text parks or something like that on there.
Well, basically, all their grants, which reimbursement, are signed together, keep up with all of that.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I have, and once we have them turned in and once we paid them, I have to send a copy of the stub and the invoice as well as like the time and the equipment type of stuff.
Speaking of that, TJ is, I'll have that to you Monday, what we're done so far on block line, and he's gonna fix that.
Okay.
So again, we'll just get with Sean because he's.
Yeah.
Doing
Sean, you're leading it, so if you need help in any way,
Okay.
whether it's engineering, deciding on bridge or culverts or whatever you need.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have at least one bridge.
Yeah,
And we used to build those.
yeah. That's outside of the grant. That aspect is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that-
That doesn't even count as far as
No,
in kind?
no. So what I think in the, because we did talk about two bridges, but it was on the trails, not on that trail. It was on the bicycle trails.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're gonna have to have one there for where the creek comes through, here's that tank. Is that not gonna be part of the grant?
we can try it, but because we did mention bridges in there,
Mhm.
so that potentially could be part of our match.
Because, I mean, you put a culvert in it, but,
Yeah, it's, you know,
There's so much water.
Yeah.
It would,
yeah, at times, because it takes everything off the airport, off of Maverick West. And there's a ton of water comes off Maverick West.
we may still have the girders, but I know we can buy the 4x12s, maybe 15, bridge timbers down here at one of the lumber yards. And
You know, because,
we had ivy that we had in ditches and we took those out. But that would work great for what you're doing. I mean, the weight would be nothing
right,
in
okay,
comparison.
because
I'll check
I
on
need
those.
need to keep it as rustic
Right.
as possible, I guess.
Yeah.
Since everything else is gonna be,
Those bridge timbers would definitely.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I fell through one of them one time. How rustic they were.
you don't need them that rusty.
Not the bicycles. This
Right,
was a truck.
gotcha.
Rotten doesn't count.
No.
Right. And this would this would be match if we were able to use it. It wouldn't be, it wouldn't be reimbursement for that. It would be match, because everything else that is already listed as reimbursement.
I've got a catalog in my office that I can check about bridges and whatnot, because that bridge is gonna be 40 foot, 50
Yeah.
foot long in order to get it.
Over that low spot.
Oh, it's that long. Wow.
Well, you have to start on a high spot and go to a high spot.
Yeah.
But
And so
we
it's got a low.
Yeah, there's a pretty long low spot right there. It's washed out all the material for 20 or 25 feet.
Mhm.
How wide is the creek? Is it that wide?
It's that wide.
Okay. All the way.
And it's gotta be cleaned out first.
The
Did
creek.
you check and see, you were gonna check on somebody that cleaned it out, or about doing that?
Yeah, and I have not had an opportunity to check on that. So,
Because we need to fix the leak in the dam
right,
too.
yeah, right, so that's gonna have to be.
I don't know exactly how you do that, but,
I mean,
you know,
somebody knows how to do that, right?
years ago, Halliburton spent 2 weeks on White Thomas Dam, putting it full of concrete when it,
Right.
that's been years ago.
I think it's low enough now that if we have to, we can, dam it up a little further back, pump the water back behind it, and then fix it, or what, I don't know.
Is it coming out of the bottom?
Yeah, it's seeping through
Yeah.
to the other side.
Well, I know they do have a material. I think you usually have to put it on when it's dry though.
Right.
That will seal.
Right.
How long would it take to dry the thing that it works?
I don't
It
know.
ain't got just a lot of water in it, or it didn't have a
Right,
lot there,
there's not.
but getting it dry is gonna be an issue.
All of that is outside of the scope of the grant, so that's something that's kind of a little more long-term to think about.
I assume you could set a transport there and with the suction pumps that we've got on our transports, but not put in the transport, just let it drain over the dam.
Yeah.
They pump out pretty quick.
Getting to it is
Yeah.
gonna be the other problem.
And we're gonna have to, some trees are gonna have to come out. Well, we could get a trash pump, I guess, and do it too.
Over on
Rent one.
the southeast side, there's a way to get back there, that one flat area. I was showing.
That's right. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
But we're glad to help. We are fighting it out there. We've got those three crossings that you guys helped us with. They are a long way from being right. And the cost, man. I just looked at a 9-foot culvert over here from Seymour, which they build them, $36,000. That's not delivered.
Wow.
So I'm looking at sea containers.
Mhm. I've heard of people use it.
$5,800 for those.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try those. We'll see. I mean, if you lose that, because I put in a tank car one time, 9 foot. It rained the very next week and it wiped it out, and that was like a $10,000 or $15,000 deal. So
That's the issue with even sea containers is them floating when you get a big rain, you know, secure them.
And so we'll have about 12 foot of material on top of them. And also we'll face the inlet side around them with concrete bags with something,
Yeah, kind of like we did
large rocks.
at the park. Keep it from going around it.
We've got a runaround right now. We've got one that's crushed on the end, about 15 foot of it's crushed. And so we're having to dig it out completely and replace it. That's the one that they wanted 36,000 for.
They make a 15-foot culvert.
Oh, they do. Can you pay for it? Yeah, and of course, the sea container's you can get us 9.6 for the same price as you can an 8 foot. So that's a lot of water.
We'll do that and handle it.
I think it will. It will, a lot more than what we got right now. What we have right now is a 6 footer that's in there.
We can weld them sea containers together.
And so the 6 footer, the water ran over about 6 or 8 foot above it. And it was 12 foot to the top. So, yeah,
You know, they have two of them rains up there.
yes, we have. They say that the solar plant's causing the heat. So,
And they say that
Yeah.
the wind will blow the clouds away too.
That's what I'm figuring out.
also, for those that don't already know, Tesla is talking about putting in battery storage out there at that solar plant
Really? Out north there?
Which one?
on 1105,
Oh, okay.
No,
the limited to
Yeah.
northeast.
We just got a call.
To the
from that
northwest.
yesterday. A couple of them.
They're wanting to know about the bridge again. They just can't get it. We just don't, we don't do design late. And TechDOT won't do it either. But there are guys that did it during the time they were doing that construction on the site there, and they decided to go around. But they were carrying a 112,000 pound machine across it, so, yeah. So they
it
decided,
might be one of the deals where you divert the road at the bottom of
Yeah.
the creek.
and that's what they did. They diverted it around it.
Anything else on the freaking project?
I think we about covered it all.
Okay. All right, court to consider accepting donations to county entities. We had senior center, $6,022.92, if I'm reading that right. And then $1,600 to the youth center.
They don't make a motion that we accept the donations.
All in favor? B, court to discuss and consider an additional full-time employee for the county clerk's office under Department of Records Management funding. Melody has asked me to no action on this one for today, and we will come back to it at another time possible. Court to consider and appoint the medical director of emergency medical services for 2024. This has been Dr. David Kirk for a while. Jason, would you like to address this at all?
Sure, Judge and Commissioners, just like to renew the contract with Dr. David, as our medical director. There's no changes to the contract.
Make the motion to approve Dr. David Carroll for medical director.
All in favor? Court discuss and consider bids for 2018 Ford high-top transit ambulance. Value of that is roughly what, Jason? Do you know?
I would say the value of it, depending on who you talk to, is anywhere from 30 to 60,000.
Okay.
But that's not what you're gonna get for it.
Got one bid, that's it. I'll go ahead and open it and we'll start it. Anyone air conditioning bid $5,500.50 for the 2018 Ford Transit ambulance. Would you accept that bid or not accept that bid?
It's working on that, isn't it, Jason?
I feel like, yeah, I think it is. I just made the comment that,
Yeah.
it's worth anywhere from 30 to 60,000, but what we could get for it may be different. I feel like If we decline the bid and allow me to look elsewhere, we could probably get close to the 30,000.
I think that's the way we ought to go.
But I'm in favor of hometown support as well, so kind of whatever the court wants.
I'm in favor of hometown support as well, but $5,500, it feels like we're giving it away.
Yeah, I'm an 18 on top of that. Yeah, I think that's it.
Good motion.
It's a motion then to allow Jason Tyler to see what he can do.
All in favor? Court to receive the 2023 SART biennial report as required by the governing statute.
The things the legislature wants us to look into. I read the letter from them.
Oh, yes, you're right, yes.
He wasn't very happy with the legislature.
Could be, I read it, I looked at it.
No. We just don't have anything to do with that except reviewing. I'm glad that we're helping those people with such a song and all of it. That's the courts.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have to do take any action on it, we just have to acknowledge that we received it. First, consider approval of treasurer's monthly report for October 2023, and let's go ahead and do the personnel information report as well. Any thoughts or questions on either one of them? Still generating. Are we there? Let's consider approval of line item transfers and budget reviews.
There are several.
That's a big sigh.
There are quite a bit. And I did send a memo out to remind everybody that the last court is December 19th. If they have any line item transfers or budget amendments, they need to have them in by the 14th of December so that they can be ready for court on the 19th. Otherwise, they would, and if they have any bills, also by them. Oh, the other thing, just quickly on that note, is if you're going to purchase anything with a credit card and it doesn't come in on the credit card bill dated that we get in the 1st of December, it will not get paid until 2024. We're not going to try carrying it over and all that. It gets the credit card messed up, and then it takes us forever to get it all straightened out with Citibank. So just an FYI on that. All right, line item transfers first. 403, which is county clerk, under, this is her equipment under $1,000, $56 going into it, out of equipment between $1,000 and $5,000. The next one is also county clerk, election worker, $1,650, out of education and training. She's gonna have to put another one on that too. And then the next one is also county clerk, $110 into part-time, and $750 in election. 716, it's election supplies, right? Yeah. $750 in election and supplies, and it's out of her general payroll and office supplies.
So what you're saying is elections went up a lot more than anticipated this
For
year.
the postage. Postage has cost a lot of money, and it's going to begin in January. So everybody's postage line has been wiped out. And elections also cost a lot more money too.
So it's pay him to not get our mail, basically.
Yes, that's exactly what you're doing. But I'll say that on YouTube.
Just did.
District clerk, education and training, $200 out of office supplies. The DA office, district attorney, law books, $1,500, lease rentals, $500, witness, out of witness expense. Tax collector's office, and $500 into travel and training, out of maintenance and repair. And, the education conference, registrations and motel rooms have all gone up a lot.
Mhm.
So I'm surprised that we don't have more of those already.
So that's food.
Yes, which we are planning on a visit for per diem and stuff.
Good.
I think that in January or later. Maintenance, utilities, $1,500, annex utilities, $500, and janitorial, $500 out of annex maintenance. Jail, contract labor, $5,500 out of prisoner transport. Senior center, equipment, $1,000 to $5,000, $4,750, maintenance repair miscellaneous, $2,250, out of capital expenditures over $5,000. Parks department, pool supply, $2,500, miscellaneous maintenance repair, $500, out of pool repairs. Parks, other equipment, $400.26, out of education and training. Extension office supplies, $2,400, out of A&R travel. Precinct 2, safety and training, $1,000, tires and tubes, $6,000, out of road material and construction. Precinct 4, road repair maintenance, $20,000, tires and tubes, $10,000, out of general payroll. Golf course, tires and tubes, $22.95, ground supplies, several times on here, $1,500, $880 and $130. Maintenance repair miscellaneous, $12,314.72, and equipment, $2,014.79, for a total of $16,862.46, out of operating supplies, utilities, lease rentals, other equipment, and capital. EMS equipment under 1,000 is going 3,500. Fuel and oil, 2,000. Managed repair miscellaneous, 10,000. Safety training, 1,200, out of travel, for a total of 16,780. That's all the line of transfers. There are 2 budget amendments. First one is precinct 3, road material and constructions. What does that say? 242,547. Okay.
It's the text dot grant, I'm prepaying all I can. for
I can submit it once anybody purchases the stuff. I can go ahead and submit it this year. We won't get it back until January, but it will go against our receipts budgeted for next year. So we budgeted 500,000, that's 270,000, less the 20% we have to pay. But that's a big chunk out of it. Instead of waiting until the end of the year to calculate it all. This one is the trail grant. This is in permanent improvements, but it's 50% deposit for trail restrooms. It's both been 5710, 29,409, 5710.
Did I mess it up?
No.
You said it's supposed to be, so.
No, it's just because that's 29. It's
Okay.
just to clarify when somebody hears it.
Gotcha.
There's not a trail grant line, so they're gonna say, where is that? So it's in permanent improvements, but it's 29,409, 5710. 50% deposits trail restrooms, 9,042.50, and then the storage container for trail projects, 41.50. And this is to go towards the grant that he was talking about earlier. That's all of those.
Transfers and budget.
Second. All in favor? We'll go ahead and do accounts payable.
Accounts payable is $870,076.58.
Motion to pay bills.
All in favor?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Well, I hope every one of you has a great Thanksgiving holiday. Remember, lights go up after Thanksgiving.